Oh, I'm telling you what a woman goes through to love herself. My name is Shauna and I am hell-bent. I am determined. I am devoted. I am committed to learning what it means to fully and unconditionally and deeply and madly and radically love myself. So this is another message of self-love. Now, I love to record videos. This is a big excitement for me, and I love speaking. I love motivating another person into the practice of self-awareness. So here I am again with another message, going a little deeper on something that I shared in my last recording. And if you listened, you may remember that the message that I brought was this idea of falling in love with being your natural, unique self, rather than calculating what you need to do to be this version of you that you think people would be most likely to accept. And that's what so many of us do without even knowing we're doing it, because our early childhood programming, our conditioning, our wounds, our trauma that stay in the unconscious are driving our behavior. And what we do is we look outside of ourselves for acknowledgement, acceptance, approval, a sense of belonging. And in that, we are giving our power away. We are making choices and decisions based on what we think other people want. And we are denying love for ourselves. And that is something that I am growing increasingly aware of, and I feel extremely passionate about. And this is why I continue to do my recordings. Not that I needed to give you an excuse of why I'm here with another recording. When I was recording earlier this week, I brought in, again, that example of putting on a full face of makeup before I sat down to do my recording. I recognized that voice that I've been hearing for many, many years. And the truth is I've had rosacea for several years, and I have not accepted it. I have not approved of it. And I certainly haven't acknowledged it. All I've been wanting to do is deny it, hate it, fight with it, cover it up and hide it. And how do I cover it up and hide it? With a whole face full of makeup. I'm looking for approval outside of myself. I have believed that if I put on the foundation and the loose powder and the lipstick and the eyeshadow, it'll all be covered up. And that way you would be more likely to love me, to accept what I look like. The truth is, I haven't been willing to acknowledge, accept, or approve of what I look like. I have been denying love for myself and basing my choices and decisions on what I think you need or want from me. This is how we deny love for ourselves. And yes, it is all wrapped up in our early childhood, our adolescence, even early adulthood. Like I was saying, those wounds that are driving our behavior, but we're not conscious of them until we become conscious of them. And that is where the practice of self-awareness comes in. Now, you are not responsible for what happened to you when you were younger, but as an adult, if you really want to change something about yourself, it's up to you. It's your responsibility to look back with eyes of compassion and understanding and to begin to transform those things that you don't like. Mainly beating yourself up, punishing yourself, hating yourself, denying love for yourself. So it's a matter of paying attention to what you're thinking, that constellation of voices in your mind that sometimes can tag team and can be really overwhelming. we buy into them, and then we stay in these patterns of behavior. So it's paying attention to what you're thinking, how you're feeling, what you're saying about yourself, your patterns of behavior, how you make your choices. Are you making your decisions based on your need for external validation? Are you making your choices based on what you think people out there want or need from you? Because you're giving your power away and you are denying love for yourself. So for those of you who really want to learn how to love yourself unconditionally, there are 3 A's, but really there are 4. And for me, in my experience, the number one practice for any woman on a journey to love herself is self-awareness. Every day, as often as you can, all day long, just becoming aware, witnessing, again, sound like a broken record, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, the sensations in your body, and your patterns of behavior. And the other 3 that we are looking outside of ourselves for is acknowledgement, acceptance, and approval. So instead of looking outside of yourself for those things and basing all of your decisions and your actions and your words on what you think other people want, it's about learning how to acknowledge yourself, accept yourself, approve of yourself, which ultimately leads you to unconditional self-love.